Which examination is ahead of us? BECE. Is it not important? You know that when you go into BECE and you flop, okay, there is no way that you can move to what? That you can move to SS.
HAFIZ TV, unique every day.
On this note, I invite our headmaster, Sheikh Abdurrahman Bochwe, to give us the welcome address. We can do better than that.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهدايته واستنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. I greet all of you with the Islamic greetings of fraternity, that is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our respected invited guests and our respected teachers and students, on behalf of the management of this school, that is the International Senior High for short Tinasco, I wish to welcome all of you here to this maiden program geared towards ensuring total success for our students in general, in Ghana in general, and particularly because this is a maiden program, we are starting with our immediate neighbors that is within our municipality, Ayawaso East Municipality. We welcome all of you here to this program, and to begin with, we want to briefly introduce you to this conference.
Assalamu alaikum people, call me your guide because I'm about to take you on a tour to the home of quality education, the best here yet. Let's do this, shall we?
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر
just and then be fair to all schools within the municipality by giving a quota to each school. So we extended an invitation to all the schools. We have 15 public schools and 18 private schools. So in all we have 33 schools. We gave equal opportunity to all such schools to present 10 students with a teacher, with the view that these 10 students coming are actually coming to fully participate in this program, take note of all the important things, and tell themselves that, look, we are representing our school, and for that reason, we are here to represent our other colleagues who couldn't come. So take good note, and then the teachers as well are going to take note, and then when they go back, they are more or less going to be trainer of trainers. They are going to impart the knowledge and skills that they are going to acquire over here, and when they go back to their schools, they will invite their other colleagues and then share with them whatever they have over here. We believe with this arrangement, we'll be able to reach a wider group of our students who could not attend. So let me end by saying that once again we want to welcome you, but before I put down the mic, let me acknowledge the wonderful cooperation and support we have received from the Municipal Directorate under the able leadership of Mr. William Chepo for giving us this opportunity to be able to reach all the schools within his jurisdiction and be able to offer these services. We hope at the end of the day, when you have finished, we'll give you the opportunity to tour our school, see the facilities over there. I believe even if you're not coming here, you are going to be a very good ambassador to promote Tinasco. And at the end of the day, Tinasco is going to be a household name in the whole of the country. Thank you very much, and may Allah bless you.
There is one final thing that I didn't mention. Always when parents come in, tell us, when are you starting the girls? You know, we have boys and girls. Why always boys? Why always boys? So it has been a concern. It has been a great concern for parents. And this concern has been extended to our good people in Turkey. And they say, inshallah, this year we are starting the girls. So this academic year, we are going to have Tinasco girls. But because of our facility, we are going to have only day students. Only day students. We are starting with that. Once you are able to show us that you are capable, we have a big complex for Tinasco girls. So we're starting with science. That is our focus. So we have only science. So those of you who want to become medical doctors and the rest, tell yourself that these exams, I'm going to blow in stars. and be part of Tinasco girls, to be the pioneers of Tinasco girls. So this is the full information we have for you. And inshallah, very soon, this same year, we want to start the junior high, so that we have a continuation from junior high to senior high, all in the name of Tinasco. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Our headmaster. Who can complete this for me? If you educate a boy, and if you educate a girl, clap for yourselves. You see that the girls are more happy? All right. On this note, I'll invite our Municipal Director of Education to deliver his keynote address. With a round of applause, let us welcome Mr. William Chabu.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of you. In fact, I am very happy and highly honored to be part of this program. When I entered into this special premises, I was so overwhelmed. I was happy. I like what I am seeing. And then when I sent for the headmaster, he came and took me around. I saw all the facilities and I was like, wow. When we were in school, we were learning in abstract. But he took me to the chemistry lab. I remembered I was doing some chemistry when we were in O-level, but I've never seen any equipment before. He took me to the biology, the physics lab, and I was so happy. I said, if I were to be young, I'll come here and have my education. Because I like what I was seeing here. Unfortunately, my children too are grown. They are very old. They have passed SHS level. Otherwise, I would have brought them here. So I want to first of all, thank the sponsors of this facility. They have done very well for us. And our children who are also accessing this facility, please learn hard. You can pass through this place, as they have said, you go to Turkey, learn your medicine, and then you become a doctor to take care of us in this country. So let's all take this place serious. I am happy about what I am seeing. Are you also not happy? Yeah. Good. All right. The Deputy General Manager of Tinasco, our Honorable Headmaster, and other management members present, and the staff, our other head teachers who are present here, our teachers and other staff, my colleague, the exam officer or exam expert who is coming to take us through what we are going to do this morning. I want to warmly welcome all of you to this special workshop or seminar to prepare our BECE 2024 candidates so that they'll be ready to go in to write their exam and come out with flying colors. So it is indeed my privilege to be invited to this place to address my promising candidates this morning. This moment marks a significant milestone in your educational journey, the one that you have worked tirelessly towards. I want to commend you for your dedication, your hard work, and perseverance throughout your studies, from preschool up to GHS. Now, the BECE ahead of you is not just an examination, it is a testament to your knowledge, skills, and readiness to take on the challenges of the next phase of your academic life. This BECE offers you an opportunity to showcase your abilities and what you have learned over the years. I therefore urge you to stay focused, remain calm, and trust in your capabilities. However, in order to acquire effectively all that we are saying, there is a need to still undergo continuous learning from various experts in order to equip yourself for the tasks ahead of you. That is the more reason why today this great institution, Tinasco, has thought it wise to bring you under one roof to prepare you adequately for the oncoming 2024 BECE. Our esteemed facilitators are ready, and I know you are ready too, aren't you? Yeah, I encourage you to fully participate in this seminar and make sure you grasp all the concepts that is needed. I hereby once again want to express my gratitude to the headmasters and the hardworking teachers who have supported and guided you every step of the way. Their sacrifice and encouragement have been instrumental in your journey up to this point. To the organizers of this program, I want to say, Aiko, well done. May Allah continue to bless you. I therefore wish all of you a very fruitful, productive, and participatory seminar. Thank you for coming, and do have a wonderful workshop.
Thank you very much, our Municipal Director of Education. Here at Tinasco, we say, Chok Tashakurle, Allah Kablesin. And as Ghanaians will say, thank you very much. Nyame Shreo, Nyame Deshere, Oyiwadon, Akpakaka, Medese, Bababa. Wide expectations from BECE candidates. Our resource person attended St. Barnabas Anglican Basic School, where he completed in 1999. From there, he proceeded to Adisada College in 2002. In 2007, he was at the University of Ghana, and his quest for knowledge led him to the University of Education, Winneba, in 2018. He is a happily married man with a prince. Currently, he is the examinations coordinator at the Crow Municipal Education Office. My smart boys and girls, our brothers, my seniors and colleagues, help me welcome our first presenter for today, Mr. Joshua Kote.
Good morning. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Your response is very weak. Is it examination anxiety or what? I want to see some feeling. Good morning. Give me some. Good morning. All right. In fact, the place is very nice. I wish I could go back to senior high school. Yes. I attended at this other college. I know many of you want to go there. But what I'm seeing here is so fantastic. What do you think? How many of you want to be here? Yeah. Oh, I can see your hands. How many of you want to be here? Very good, very good. That means we have to work very hard and then build a BECE. What do you think? Yes. Very good. Thank you very much for inviting me here. It's always good to meet candidates before they write the BECE. It's always good to meet candidates before they write the BECE. And everybody wants you to pass. What do you think? Everybody wants you to pass. The director wants you to pass. Your parents want you to pass. Your teachers want you to pass. Everybody wants you to pass. But there are so many things to do before we can pass. That's why we are here to give you information that will help you prepare very well towards the BECE. Thank you for inviting me here. The Deputy General Manager, the headmaster of this beautiful institution, my Director of Education, colleague teachers, students. It's a privilege to be here to take you through some of the expectations we have from you, we expect from you. And I believe if we position ourselves very well, take it from here, we go back and work on it, I don't see us failing the BECE. And I believe by the time the results are released, all of us will be passing and attending our favorite senior high schools. What do you think? Thank you very much. Now, there are 3 key expectations that we are looking out from you. Now, the first thing is you must be self-conscious of the examination you are about writing. Self-awareness. The first key is to be self-awareness. You can read, the final week, day, month, or year can be very stressful. I believe many of you are already feeling the stress. But knowing how to handle stress is a key to passing the BECE. All right, knowing how to manage stress. And there are 3 key areas if you want to manage the stress level. The first one has to do with being self-aware, self-awareness, or self-conscious of the BECE. You need to encourage yourself. You need to encourage yourself. Number 2, you must ask yourself, what is the main objective for writing the BECE? What is the main objective for writing the BECE? With that knowledge, it makes your preparation very, very intense. Now, the BECE has 2 main objectives: certification and selection into senior high school. Certification and selection into senior high school. That is why the registration is captured in phases. We have phase 1, phase 2, and then phase 3. I believe you've all been registered. And through the phase 1, you were taken through the biodata, certification, and selection into senior high school. And the phase 1, you capture 3 things: subject selection, the pictures, and then the biodata. That is going to be on your certificate. Then, very soon, you'll be doing a school selection. Two main objectives for certification and then selection. With this knowledge, you know that the examination is going to form the basis for the next level. Being self-aware. One, certification and selection. With that knowledge, you have to prepare very well. Then the second has to do with you must be in tune with all the necessary guidelines and rubrics regarding the examinations. I'm going to take you through all the rubrics one after the other. You must be in tune with all the necessary guidelines and rubrics regarding the examinations. The timetable and subject combinations. The timetable and then subject combinations. Then time allocation for each subject. You must be aware of the timetable and then the combination, then time allocation for each subject. Then subject and specific instructions and requirements. Every subject has specific instruction and requirement. We are going to pick them subject by subject. Then we'll look at the specific instruction and the requirement. Then the knowledge of the examination center and reporting time. The knowledge of the examination center, and I believe you've all been registered into centers. You know by your centers by now. Knowledge of the examination center and then the reporting time. Then knowledge of the usage of the writing materials. The answer booklet, then the shading paper. If you don't know how to handle the answer booklet and the writing material, it can affect the outcome of the result. So the knowledge of the writing materials, then attitude at the examination center and room before, during, and after the examination. Having coordinated the exam for several years, I noticed that most candidates fail because of their attitude in the examination room. So we look at ways to conduct ourselves in the examination room and the center. Then, WAEC's directions to candidates, the do's and the don'ts. Then questioning and answering techniques. It is not enough to have the information, but how to put the information on the paper is very, very important. Questioning and answering techniques. These are the rubrics regarding the examination and the necessary guidelines. We are going to pick them one after the other and then take you through. Then the third aspect has to do with adequate and strategic preparations. Adequate and strategic preparations. After seeing all the rubrics, being in tune with the rubrics, then what next? Now, the BECE, the date is already out. From the 8th to the 15th of July, we are writing the BECE. 8th to 15th of July. Monday to Monday. Not Monday to Friday. Because now we have 11 subjects. How many of you registered for Arabic? Anybody writing Arabic? All right. So we are writing from Monday to Monday, not Monday to Friday. So it's now from 8th to 15th of July, 2024. Initially, we had 15th to the 17th. Do you have the timetable already? Do you have it? Good. Now, let me give you the subject combination for the timetable. I'm surprised you don't have it. Now, on Monday, the first day, you are writing English and RME. English and RME on the first day. Then on Tuesday, you have integrated science and computing. Integrated science and computing. Then on Wednesday, you have social studies, creative art and design. Social studies, creative art and design. Then on Thursday, you have mathematics and Ghanaian language. Then Friday, you have French and career technology. Then Monday, you have Arabic. Arabic. Do you have it? So that is the subject combination. Monday, English, RME. Tuesday, you have science and computing. Wednesday, you have social studies and creative arts. Thursday, you have math, Ghanaian language. Friday, French, career technology. And then Monday, you have Arabic. Now, I mentioned subject and subject combination. This will help you prepare your own personal timetable. One of the key strategies in preparation is having a personal timetable. So with this knowledge, you can prepare your personal timetable. Now, what are the subjects for the 2024 BECE? Subject for the 2024 BECE. So many things have changed. We have English language, mathematics, integrated science, social studies, religious and moral education, creative art and design, and then career technology. From the BECE registration, you were informed that we have 7 common core subjects. Formerly, we have 4 core subjects. But because of the common core program, now we have 7 common core subjects, which are English language, mathematics, integrated science, social studies, RME, creative art and design, and then career technology. Now, career technology is a combination of home economics and pre-tech. Formerly, we had BDT, basic design and technology, which comprises of 3 subjects: visual art, home economics, and then pre-tech. Now, career technology comprises of pre-technical skills and home economics. And then creative art is visual art, music, dance, and drama. So when you hear career technology, we are talking about a combination of pre-technical skills and home economics. Then creative art and design, we are talking about visual art, music, dance, and drama. And there are 7 common core subjects. That means they are compulsory. All of them are compulsory. Then we have elective subjects, which is Ghanaian language. In Ghana, at the BECE level, we have 11 languages. We have 11 languages. And I believe you've all been registered for one of them. All right? Then we have 3 optional subjects. 3 optional subjects: computing, French, and Arabic. So these are the number of subjects for this year's BECE. Are you okay? So you must have knowledge of the subject entered for you during the registration, especially the Ghanaian language. Now, the next point, knowledge of the examination center. Knowledge of the examination center. No, let me come to the subject and the specific instructions. Now, I have given you the subject for the 2024 BECE. Now, what are the requirements? What are the requirements? Because with this knowledge, it will help you prepare adequately for the BECE. Every subject has specific requirements. Now, career technology. What are the requirements? What are we expecting from you? The paper consists of two. We have two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. For career technology, you have paper 1 and paper 2. And it's going to be a 2 hours, 15-minute paper. 2 hours, 15 minutes for both paper 1 and paper 2. Are you now aware? All right. Now, paper 1, as usual, objectives, multiple choice questions, 40 multiple choice questions, and must be answered within 50 minutes for 40 marks. 40 objectives, which must be answered within 50 minutes for 40 marks. Then paper 2, the essay part, consists of two parts, A and B, to be answered within 1 hour, 15 minutes. Now the part A of the essay will comprise 3 questions. You are going to have 3 questions at the part A. And candidate will be expected to answer 2 questions there, of which question 1, which is test or practicals, is compulsory. The part A has 3 questions, 1, 2, and 3. You are going to select 2 questions from the part A. The first question there is compulsory. Then the 2 and the 3, you have to select 1. For 50 marks each. Then the part B will comprise also 3 questions. And you'll be expected to answer 2, of which question 4 is compulsory for 50 marks. So in all, you are having 4 questions in the career technology paper, the essay. Number 1 and number 4 are compulsory. Number 2 and 3, 5 and 6, you pick 1. Number 1 and number 4 are compulsory. The one from part A is compulsory. The number 4 from part B is also compulsory. Is it clear? Then creative arts. Creative art. This is what we're all trying for, the scheme and structure. Now it is out. Creative art and design. You are going to have paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 receives 40 multiple choice questions to be answered within 45 minutes for 40 marks. Then paper 2 essay consists of 3 sections. You are going to have section A, section B, and section C. The part A, the visual arts component will comprise 3 questions. 1 will be on design, and it is compulsory. It's centered on the other art strands. And candidates are required to answer any one in addition to question 1. We are going to ask 3 questions at the part A. The first one, is compulsory. Then the other arts strands, question 2 and 3, you have to select 1. So you are answering 2 questions in the part A. Then part B, on music.
Part B on music. You are going to have 2 questions there, and you'll be expected to answer only one. Then part C will be on dance and drama. Dance and drama. 2 questions there as well. Then you'll be expected to answer one. So you know how many questions are you answering? Yes. How many? 4. Very good. Then next subject, computing. The structure and scheme of computing is not totally different from the previous structure. You still have paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 multiple choice, 40 multiple choice questions to be answered within 45 minutes for 40 marks. Then the essay, 2 sections, A and B. The part A is compulsory. That's the test of practicals. It's very compulsory, and you are answering within 1 hour 15 minutes. Then the part B, 4 questions will be provided, and you have to answer 3 out of the 4. So you know how many are you answering for computing? 4. Part A is compulsory. Part B will consist of 4 questions, in which you have to pick 3. Are you okay on that? Good. Then English has changed a bit from the previous structure. Paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 objective. Now, for the objective, you are going to have 40 multiple choice. 35 questions will be on grammar usage. 35 will be on grammar usage. We are talking about the antonyms, the synonyms, most suitable to complete the sentence, tags. That is grammar usage. You are going to have 35 multiple choice questions, and then the 5 questions will be on oral language, which has the sounds. 35 for grammar usage and 5 on oral language. So teachers, we need to look at the grammar usage, then the oral language. Then we have paper 2, the essay, consists of 3 parts, part A, part B, and part C. Now, part A will be writing. So you are going to have 3 essays, either formal or informal letter, descriptive or narrative, argumentative or date. You will not have formal and informal at the same time. One of them will be there, either formal or informal. So it means that we are expecting our teachers to take our learners to the features of the essay types. The features of the essay types. When we say formal letter writing, what are the features? When we say informal, what are the features? When we say narrative or descriptive writing, what are the features? You may have the point, but what features are we expected to put on the paper? So part B will be on reading, comprehension, and summarizing. So for the first time, we are going to have summary in the English language. Then the part C, the literature, reference will make reference to the corpus. Part C, literature, and reference will be made to the corpus. I know many schools were thinking the corpus has been taken out. Part C, literature, reference will be made to the corpus. So you have to go back and revise your corpus. Are you okay with with the structure of the English language? All right. Then the next subject, Ghanaian language. You see, when the Ghanaian language pop up, they're all laughing. Please pay attention. Ghanaian language is an elective subject. We have 7 common core subjects. Then Ghanaian language is elective. What does it mean to us? It's going to determine placement. Yes. Ghanaian language will determine placement because it's an elective subject. So if they have to pick 6 subjects for placement, they may pick 5 from the core in Ghanaian language. So once you hear Ghanaian language as elective, don't look down on the language. It can determine your placement. Are you okay? Alright. So Ghanaian language also has 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1, 40 multiple choice questions to be answered within 15 minutes for 40 marks. Now the questions within the objective, the 40, will be centered around customs, institutions, oral and written literature, then listening and speaking. The 40 objectives will be centered around customs, institutions, oral and written literature, listening and speaking. Then the paper 2, the essay, will consist of 4 parts. You have composition, comprehension, and then for the first time you have translation. Yes. Either it will be in English for you to translate into the Ghanaian language. Yes. So the teachers, we need to go back to the curriculum and look at the features of translation. Are you okay? So please, translation, this is the first time we are going to have translation in the language. Alright, next subject. Almighty mathematics. The structure of mathematics hasn't changed. The structure hasn't changed. You still have 40 multiple choice to be answered within 1 hour. The paper has 2 hours. 1 hour for paper 1 and then 1 hour for paper 2. 40 objectives to be answered within 1 hour. Then the paper 2, you are going to have 6 questions and you have to pick 4 within 1 hour. Similar to the following. Good. Then RME. RME has changed. The structure of RME has changed. Paper 1, paper 2. Still 40 multiple choice to be answered within 45 minutes. But the paper 2 now will consist of 2 sections. Formerly, we were having 3. The religion part, and then the other one. The social and then the moral. Now we are going to have only 2 parts. Section A and Section B. Section A is compulsory. And the question is going to be on a scenario or a case study. This is where the critical thinking comes in and problem solving. The question will not be that straightforward. You have a scenario, a passage, or a case study, and the questions will be asked from the scenario. And the first part is part A. Section A is compulsory. Then section B, you are going to have 4 questions and you are required to answer from the section B. So in all, how many? 3. Part A is compulsory. It's going to be a case study. Questions will be asked to test your critical thinking, problem solving, and the other competencies. Then the part B, you have 4 questions and you have to select 2. That's for integrated science. Almighty integrated science. The time allocation for integrated science has been increased. Have you seen it? Now we have 2 hours, 10 minutes for integrated science. Formerly you are having 2 hours. Now 2 hours, 10 minutes. Now, paper 1, 40 objectives. Then paper 2 consists of 2 sections, A and B, to be answered within 1 hour, 25 minutes. Now, the section A, you are going to have 1 compulsory question consisting of 4 sub-questions testing in practical skills in agri, biology, chemistry, and physics. All the 4 aspects will be there. Agri, biology, chemistry, and physics. You are going to have sections 4, and they are all compulsory. Then the paper B will consist of 4 questions. That is a blend of agri, biology, chemistry, physics, and you are expected to answer 3 out of the 4. You have one compulsory part A, and the part B, you are going to have 4 questions within which to pick 3. So when we go back, teachers, we encourage you to set your mock around the new structure. Set your questions or your mocks around the new structure, because that's the same structure they are going to meet during the BECE. Then social studies. Now social studies has also changed. The structure has changed. This is our expectation from you. Now, you have 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2, to be answered within 1 hour 45 minutes. Paper 1, 40 multiple choice, to be answered within 45 minutes for 40 marks. Then, paper 2, the essay, you are going to have 3 sections. Section 1, section 2, and then section 3. Now, the first part, the section 1 will be on environment, and it is compulsory. Please pay attention. Section 1 will be on environment, and it is compulsory. Then, section 2 consists of 2 questions. Under law, order, and nation building. Section 2. You are going to have 2 questions from law, order, and nation building. These are sub-strands in the curriculum, and by now I'm sure you have gone through them. And you are to answer 1 from the section 2. Then section 3, we also have 2 questions from social and economic development. From social and economic development. And you are required to answer 1. So you know how many questions are you answering? 3. 1, compulsory. Then 2, you pick 1. Then section 3, you pick 1. Make it 3. Now, for French, please pay attention. French has 3 sections. And it is expected that all would be done. But there are no modifications in the structure of the French. So in the course of the week, I'm sure they will update it for us. So I'm not going into French for now. Now, these are the subjects with specific content, and requirement. So when we go back, we expect that we set our mock questions around the scheme and the structure. Are you okay? Now you have the subject for the BECE. You have seen the specific requirement for all the subjects. Now let's move on. Now I mentioned that our knowledge at the examination center is very, very important. By now, you should know the location of the examination center. The distance, so that if you are to move there on the day of the exam, you know the time to move. Because sometimes candidates get to the center very late, and by the regulations we have, if you are late for 1 minute, you will not be allowed to enter the examination room. Yes. Time is 30 minutes before time. Afternoon will start at 1. You are writing. It will start at 9. Then afternoon starts at 1. And you must report 30 minutes before time. 30 minutes before time. So if you are coming from far, then you must know the time to leave your school or where you stay. Then the conditions at the center. All these things will help reduce anxiety. Then the size of the. Many of us, when we see, we become afraid. Yes. Over the I've realized that most of the very first day, they see the anxiety on their faces. Because for the first time, they are. And that's the reason why most often, the very first paper, most of them don't do well. Because the level of anxiety is very high. When you are very anxious, you may not be able to think effectively to attend to the demands of the question. So we visit the center before the time to acclimatize. Yes, go to excursion, move to the center like a form of excursion. See around, go around, look at the facility. It gives you a certain confidence before the day. So teachers, I encourage you, take them to the examination center, and especially the day of arrangement. Make sure you are present on the day of arrangement for you to get used to the environment. Because when you are used to an environment, it helps you to settle down very well. Is it clear? Yes. Then the next point. Now, the answer booklet. This is a type of answer booklet you have at the center. It is called the G-type answer booklet. There's graph already printed. Alright, so you're not going to be given separate graphs. And the pages are very up to 15 pages. So you wouldn't need any supplementary sheet. This one we call the G-type answer booklet. The knowledge of it, this is very, very crucial. How to fill the cover page. Many times results are released, then you see results pending. Most of them, because they did not fill the cover page. Your knowledge in filling the cover page is very, very important. Now, when you fill the cover page, there are so many information. You have the school number. School number is always 7 digits. So when you have school number, we are expecting you to enter 7-digit number. 0, 1, something. Alright? School number is always 7 digits. Starting with 0. School number, always 7 digits. Then you have candidate full index number. You are to enter the full index number plus the last 2 digits of the year of completion. So what is your school number? Yes. You don't know your school number. What's your index number? Wow. This is interesting. Yes. What's the school number? Index number. Index number. Don't say. I'm expecting to mention index number. 260. How many digits? 10. It should be 10. Index number should be 10. When you add the last one, it becomes 12. Is it clear? School number is always 7 digits. School index number is 10 digits. The school number plus the last 3. Then you add the last 2 digits of the year of completion, making 12 digits. So if you don't enter the 12 digits number here, it can affect the process of your result. That is why results will be released and those will be made. So teachers, please, we need to create that awareness. School number is always 7 digits. Full index number is 10. When you add the last 2 digits of the year of completion, it becomes 12. And we have this here, 2024. So you're adding 24 to the full index number. So what's your school number? 01. So add it. Well, now, when you enter the school number and the full index number, count and be sure that you have the right number. 7 digits, full index number 12 digits. Because when your result delays, it will affect your wait for you. Now, then you have candidate name. Candidate name. What do? You must enter the name as registered. The same arrangement. So by now, I expect that all of you have been given your names. You have your arrangement. Have you seen your statement of entries? Good. The same way it has been arranged and uploaded to WAEC, we expect that you write same. So if you are registered as, what is your full name? What's the same? Obaka. Then followed by. That's it. That's the arrangement you want. Don't go and change the arrangement. The same way it is captured into the WAEC database, the same arrangement. You must write same on the answer. See, when you change it, it's no longer an impersonation. And impersonation is an offense. And the penalty is cancellation. Yes. Are you okay about that? Impersonation is an offense. And the penalty is cancellation of subject result. So the same arrangement as captured in the WAEC system must be same as presented on the cover page of the Hausazone. Then you have candidate signature. The signature should be your normal signature. Alright, your normal signature. Then you have the date for the paper. The date you are writing that subject. Don't assume any date. Write the date of that particular paper. Then the subject, you write it in full. The Ghanaian language, don't just write tree. We have a Kapim tree and Asante tree. If you write tree, what are you saying? It must either be Asante tree or a Kapim tree. Okay. Everybody sit up. Sit up, sit up. Very good, sit up. All right. Are you following? Your knowledge on the field of the cover page of the answer booklet can affect your results. Once your result delayed, it can affect your results. All right. So then you have paper. This one is always paper. The booklet is always on paper too. So you write to either in words or in figures. But make it simple for us, just write to them. Okay. Because some of them, when they are trying to them, they write different things. Alright. So it's always two. Then, beneath the paper, you can see the space there. You are to, it is compulsory. You must enter the order by which you presented your response in the booklet. The order. Maybe you started from question 1, then question 2, in that order, then 1, 2, 3. You are not obliged to arrange from 1, 2, 3. You can start from When we go to the answering techniques, I'll show you some things to do. All right. So that is the cover page for you. Very, very important. The index number is very, very crucial. We may have so many people with the same name, but what will distinguish them is their index number, because you are the only one with that particular index number. So when you mix it up, it can affect the release of your results. So when you hear pending, results pending, these are some of the reasons. Then, please let's go back. The shading paper. Let's go back. No, next. Good. Then you have the objective shading paper. In our schools, you write mocks, but that one will come without your names and your index numbers, isn't it? But with the BECE, your names are already pre-printed. Your index numbers are also printed. Your duty on the shading paper is to reshade. You are to reshade the index number, the paper code, and the center code. Don't use pen to rewrite your name. The moment you use ink on the shading paper, the scanner that marks will reject it. Yes. Marking is done by a machine, and it picks the pencil mark. So if you use ink on the shading paper, it becomes invalid. Your duty is to use 2B pencil to reshade the index number, the paper code, and then the center number. They are giving you guide on it, and you are to reshade following the guide on the shading paper. Are you okay? Now, don't fold the shading paper. Don't crumple it. Leave it as flat as it is. But when we are packing, we add card to it to make it flat. The moment you fold or crumple it, it will be rejected by the scanner. All right. Then, WAEC will give each and every one of you 2B pencil. All right. WAEC will give everybody 2B pencil for shading. Now, you have to begin each answer to a question on a fresh page. All right? You have to begin each answer to a question on a fresh page. Even if you use only one line for the first question and you are moving to the next question, move to the next page. Is it clear? Then you leave 2 lines between answers where there are subsections to the same question for clarity and neatness of work. You leave 2 lines in between answers where there are subsections for clarity and neatness of work. Because when a paper is picked, the presentation can make it nice when you are marking. But when it's clumsy and it is arranged anyhow, sometimes it can frustrate and irritate the examiner. So presentation is very, very crucial. Then write the number of each question at the top of each page. At the top, you see a line there. You have to write the number there. That one will guide the examiner. When you leave it open, it can confuse the examiner. Rough work should be done in the answer booklet. So you are not expected to carry any piece of paper to the examination room for rough work. Rough work must be done in the answer booklet. So what I advise is that for the graph part, you are going to have the graph part in all the booklets. Now, if it's not mathematics, you can use the graph part for the rough work. But when you finish, remember to what? Cross it out. Is it clear? You can use the graph part for the other subject, for your rough work. When you are done, always remember to cross it out. Then the other, if it's mathematics, you can use the back for your rough work. When you finish, remember to do what? Cross it out. Because you are not going to be given separate paper for rough work. And you are not expected to carry any foreign material into the examination room. Then, next, You are using only 2B pencil for shading. Only 2B pencil for shading. Don't use HB. You must use only 2B for shading. And when you are shading, make sure you shade to fit in nicely. The moment the shading goes out, it becomes invalid. Yes. And see, when the machine rejects it, why do not have to mark it manually? And the manual marking, they have to wait to compile all. And if you're not careful, it may delay the release of your results. And once the results are delayed, what happens? Placement will not wait for you. Because the placement is being run the moment results are released. So if there are irregular cases and your shading is not properly done, and they are now going to wait to mark yours manually, by the time they finish, your first choice school is already full. So what do we do? When you are shading, shade properly to fit in nicely. Don't shade round. Is it clear? Some of you shade that way. No, it is wrong. What was it? All right, good. So shade properly. Let's move on. Now, you make sure you present yourself at the examination center on the day of arrangement and know the specific place assigned to you. Now, in the examination room, please don't be staring round. Concentrate on your paper. The moment you stare around, you invite anxiety. Concentrate, be calm throughout. Just remain calm throughout. Don't engage yourself in any fight, mishandling of any furniture or materials at the center. Next. Then make sure you arrive 30 minutes before the time. Do not involve yourself in any form of conversation in the examination room. Collusion is disallowed. All right? Then you must fill the cover page. I've mentioned that already. The moment it's given to you, work on it. Then do not start work until you are told to do so. Don't start work until you are told to do so. If you want to draw the invigilator's attention, you don't shout. You don't make noise. What you have to do is to lift up your hand. Then later will attend to you, because we have trained them to always have eye contact in the examination room. So if you want an attention, you lift up your hand, then they will attend to you. Don't make any noise. Then make sure you do not have any piece of paper around you. Avoid looking around. I mentioned that as soon as you are told to stop, that time is up. Ensure that the cover page of the answer booklet has your full name, number, name written on it. Never discuss the paper written. Once the paper is done, don't go back and discuss it. It is gone. Do you understand? It is gone. Because if you are not careful and you go and discuss it, it can affect you for the next paper. Yes. So once it's gone, it's gone. Don't discuss it. Prepare for the next paper. Then next, make sure you have been correctly entered for the examination. In the examination room, make sure you read all and understand all instructions. Do independent work in the examination room. Then obey instructions to start and stop work. Next. Now, let's move to the next one. Now, questioning techniques. Before you select any question, you must read through all the instructions. Read through all the instructions. Then you make sure you understand them vividly. Don't be in a hurry to start answering. Observe them accurately. Then to go and get the instructions and non-starter. Read through all, make sure you understand them, and then observe them accurately. Then next. Now you have observed, now you are about to select the questions you want to answer. Read through all the questions carefully and make sure you understand the demands of the question. If the question is takes, what does it mean? If it says list, what does it mean? If it says class, what does it mean? You should be selected, questions should be selected based on available information to the candidate. It is better to start with the questions you can answer best. It is better to start with the questions you can answer best. Then a question may be selected if the available information covers about 70 to 90% of the question. Then next. Now, you have selected, how do you tackle the question? It's not enough to just have the knowledge of the subject matter. You should be able to apply the required knowledge. Now, requirements. When or state. When the question says when or state, what are the demands? It requires short, precise answer. When you say when or state, it requires short and precise answer. Statement from the word statement. Short, precise answer. Listen here. Then, when you say why or explain, it requires detailed, articulated argument to demonstrate clear understanding of the purposes and reasons of the issue at stake. So when you say why, you need details. Then, when you say how, describe or outline, what are we looking for? We give a pictorial view characteristics of the object of the question. Diagrams are very, very important in this case and should be given where available. How, describe, and outline. Then when you see compute, this is where mathematics comes in. Compute, calculate, or determine. You are going to have words like that in mathematics. Compute, calculate, determine, find, simplify. These are the math language. What is the requirement? It requires manipulations or operations to arrive at a definite answer. We need the method and the steps. So when they are marking mathematics, you have M1, method. Yes. Before you arrive at a definite answer, method, steps. Don't just put the answer there. Once you see calculate, find, simplify, determine, we want steps or methods. Especially mathematics. These are the requirements of mathematics. Then when you have compare and distinguish, especially integrated science, when you are to compare or distinguish two people, then I have the two of you please come here. You are going to have more of distinguish type of questions, compare and contrast. So if you are asked to, no, the two is okay, the two of them. Please face them. If you are to compare the two of them, when you are comparing and you are starting from the head here, you must also talk about the head. Is it clear? If you are talking about the hand, talk about the hand. That's compare and contrast. Don't talk about the head here and go and talk about the hand here. You are not comparing, you are not contrasting. Is it clear? So it must correspond. This is why most people fail integrated science, especially compare and contrast. They just talk about things it's not in that manner. All right. So how do you compare the two? Yes, the head. One is big, one is small. Then maybe you want to talk about the height, right? So one is then complexion. Let's start with the way you sit down. So when you are to compare and distinguish, you must talk about the two in that manner. Is it clear? Especially in integrated science. Then writing skills. Finally, writing skills. Your handwriting. Please write very, very well, because the examiners will not award marks for what they cannot read. Yes. The examiners will never award mark for what they cannot read. So your writing must be clear and legible. Write very well. Avoid the drawings and then they write in a simple manner that can be read. Next. All right. On that note, I'll end here so that if you have questions, right? If there are questions, then I'll address them. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua Porte. Please prepare your questions. Our media, and we also have Hafiz TV. Now, please, if you have any question, just raise up your hand, and my very good boys will attend to you. And when you look at the time, it is almost 12, and by 12 you have to pray. So let's make it snappy, and we'll take 2 questions each from the ladies and then the men.
Yes, good morning to everyone. My name is Joseph Dako, a teacher at Minhaal Basic School. My question pertains to the old system of grading and then the common core system of grading. In the old system, the core subjects were 4, then they take 2 elective subjects to give you the grade. This time we have 7 common core subjects. I would want to know whether all these 7 common core subjects are having the same level of intensity when it comes to the grading system. For instance, if you get 2 in mathematics and then 2 in English, but the rest of the 7 are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Are they going to consider the 1s, or they will still have to take the mathematics, which is 2, and then the English, that is also 2, before any other subject? Thank you so much.
We'll take the next question. Please, let us get all the questions, and then our resource person will attend to them. Yes, the next question.
Good morning, Pastor.
Good morning.
My name is Derek, teacher of the first school. And my question is directed to the headmaster of Tinasco. You see, you try to sell the school to us, but you never touch on the financial aspect. If I'm about to admit my word, looking at the community we are coming from, how flexible is the entry fees, but average parents to be able to bring this or the word to the school. And in addition to that, the video you showed here, somebody talked about the school being a multi-religious school, whether you're Muslim or Muslim, you can come. But here is the case, I could see some Muslim students learning the Quran, but I never saw anything concerning the other religions. So I wanted to know whether you have anything concerning that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the third question. Karam.
Thank you very much. All protocol observed. My name is Ekweton Yao. Please, my question goes to wine and then the municipality office. I have seen the modification number of times on social media. And then for the first time I'm going through this seminar, and then I can see that it is real, it's going to happen. My problem here is that in order to minimize the debate, the noise in the exam hall, is for the children to know what they are going to do. I have been doing invigilation work for some years now, and I pity my students because it is a surprise each time. They are shocked what they see there. As I speak now, some of them are through their second mock, which should be a taste of what they are going to do in July. But the modification is now coming this time. I am hearing it for the first time, if I want to say, and I'm sure this is just a percentage of them. So how are we going to handle those that are not here, and then the facilitators? Because my staff, if I should go back on Monday through my headmistress, then I'm trying to correct my maths teacher, career tech, ICT, that please, this is what you are expected to do. I don't think they will take it lightly. And I think I'm nobody to tell them as to what to do, because I am specialized in French language. Secondly, the modification of French. You said it's yet to be modified or for you to know and then get back to the teachers. When and how are we going to write the French? Because I wrote my French here in Ghana and then outside Ghana. Students that are Ghanaian raised outside the shores of Ghana. In my school, I have Niger, Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso students in my school. And then they can speak French fluently. They can chat with me, speak French fluently. But anytime they go for French exam, they fail. I send Ivorian girl, my students are here as colleagues, who speaks French better than any student or like any French person. We went for a French competition and then we had almost last. And I told my sister that my participant is not that they can't speak French. They can speak French very well. But what we are learning is nothing. If I'm like, look at your paper 2 in French. That what we call guidelines. Are they guidelines? No. They are not guidelines. You say describe. Let's say describe your country. In English paper 2, you say describe your country. And they have a formula, a format to describe in English. Then when it comes to French, why is it different? And they are children. They are below, they are around 40 years. So they know when they speak English, this is how they describe Ghana. Now, if they know they speak French or they can speak French, why can't they describe Ghana the same format? Then you will give them guidelines that will even derail them from the act of describing Ghana. You know what I'm talking about? Describe your country, then you will ask them your name, your father's name, your age. So please, I want you to modify it more and get that. Thank you very much.
Okay. That will be the last question. Please, it is questioning. Let's make it a bit snappy, okay? Back. That will be the last question.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow students. I go by the name Valerie Norte, a student of 37 Hospital Basic School. Please, I want to ask this.
Yes, sir.
On how our questions will be set for the BECE. Last 2 weeks when we went for a briefing, the woman who took us through the discussions told us one person or she is writing from what the friend is also writing. But for the past years, how would it be possible for me to write a question?
Thank you.
I think I'll start from the third question from the back. I'm sure you are talking about serialization. Serialization. Yeah, for the first last year, WAEC introduced the serialization style of question. That does not mean the questions are totally different. It means that it's the arrangement on the multiple choice that is different. And it was on center basis, not on room basis. Do you understand? So for instance, we may have 3 centers within a cluster, A, B, and C. The number 1, 40 objectives. Number 1 will be maybe number 10 at the other center. But the questions are all the same. It's the arrangement that is different. This is to check collusion and then foreknowledge and leakage. All right? And it's likely we are going to have same style. It doesn't mean the questions are going to be totally different from all of you. The same question, but the arrangement on the multiple choice will be different. Then, on the grading system, you see, if you can observe carefully, we are now gaining grounds on the common core. It's now that the structure and the scheme is becoming clearer. So I'm sure in due time, the grading system will also be made clear to us, all right? Then, for the French, about when the scheme will be completely modified and be given to you, if you observe the scheme carefully, you can see on hold because of the oral aspect and the logistics availability. So once everything is clear, I'm sure the education office will attend to all of you. They will give all the information to you, and I'm sure they have it. At the right time, all of you will get the information. I'm sure they will meet you as well and deliberate on that. Thank you very much. I think that's all for the questions. All right, thank you.
Yes, I think our teacher asked about the programs for those who are not Muslims here. It's a very easy environment over here. If somebody is coming here as a boarder, we give him all the facilities. He will be in the boarding house. When it is time for us to go and pray, he stays. He doesn't go to the mosque. On Sunday, if he wants to go to the church, we arrange over here all boarders. You cannot go to outside except in the company of any member of the school or your parent. So if the person is a Christian here and he wants to go to church on Sunday, the parent will make arrangement, come and pick him, go, after that they bring him. We have a few housemasters over here. So if we have, let's say, 3-4 Christians who would want to go to attend church, and they are to be accompanied by the housemasters, it means we may not have housemasters to attend to the other students in the boarding house. So we make this arrangement. The parent will pick him, go to the church, and then come back. So it's flexible. When it is time for prayers, they don't need to go to the mosque. They will be reading, doing their own thing. So this is it. So we have a Christian, he has no problem at all. And the parents are very happy with his stay here, and everything is going on successfully. So there is no problem about that. We don't ask the person to go to the mosque, no. There is no compulsion in religion, so we don't ask them. They will stay in the class, we go to the mosque, we come, and then they join. So that is the arrangement. Now with the fees, over here, for the boarding house, those who are boarders, for this academic year, we took 55,000 Ghana cedis. 55,000 Ghana cedi. To some of us over here, it will sound to be very big. Of course, it is very big. But over here, the cost of running this place is very expensive. Very expensive. If you ask our students over here, they don't experience doomsday here. They don't experience doomsday here. Once the light goes off, the generator is started. And it continues. Over here, every facility has the AC. Every facility has the AC. Averagely, we pay 40,000 Ghana cedis for electricity a month. 40,000. The other time, the general manager was showing me, it has risen to almost 67,000 cedis a month. That is 660 million old cedis a month. That is what we pay for electricity alone. So if you have 10 students who are paying 55,000, granted that every month we are paying only electricity 55,000. And these students have paid 55,000 cedis for the whole year. If we have 10 students and we have one class and we are using 55,000 assuming for electricity, it means that then the 10 students in the class, in 10 months, that class alone is taking the, what? All the electricity bill. That for feeding has not come. That for boarding has not come. That for tuition has not come. If we make a rough calculation, granted that amount for tuition is the same as amount for boarding, their stay here, their use of facilities and everything, is the same that for feeding. It means that 55,000 cedis, if we divide it by 3, we are going to get 18,333. So granted that 18,333 goes in for tuition, 18,337 goes in for boarding, and 18,337 goes in for feeding. Let's take tuition. Tuition, we have 9 months over here. So if that 18,337 is meant for 9 months of tuition, we divide the 9 months, we divide the 18,337 by 9, and that gives us 2,037 cedis per month. So this 2,036 cedis per month, granted that every week we have 5 days of tuition, in a month we are going to have 20 days of tuition. So 2,037 divided by 20 is giving us 101 cedis per day. And 101 cedi per day, here we have 10 subjects that we do a day. Cumulatively, the 10 subjects are giving us 6 hours a day. So when you take 101 cedis and you divide it by 6 hours, you are getting 16 cedis, 97. It means that when we put a student here and we are teaching him chemistry for 1 hour, we are teaching him biology for 1 hour, he's paying 16 cedis, 97 pesos. I believe that if you are to engage somebody to teach your word, you can't even think of giving him 20, 30, or 40 cedis per hour. This is what is happening over here. And for your information, with all this that we are collecting, still Turkey is supporting us before we are able to run the school. But we believe that going forward, when we are able to stabilize things, and we have, let's say, full capacity of our students in each classroom, here our fullest capacity is 25, and we can have 25 in each. I believe that we are going to break even. So with this small analysis, we can extend it to feeding, we can extend it to boarding. It is not that easy, but anytime people ask, I go through this calculation, and they could see that really, if we want to charge like the Lincolns and the rest, then nobody will be able to come here. This is the best that they are doing, and we hope that inshallah, when we are able to fill our classes, some of these things will come down. So this is the information we have. We have just talked about the electricity. Come to the salaries of the teachers. We pay the salaries, we pay their taxes, and then we pay their slate. Every month, everything goes. Everything will have to go. So this is the cost. And I can tell you that you can compare this school with other equal schools around, and you see that ours is quite down. But then, like I told you, this school has been registered as limited by guarantee. whatever is acquired here is going to be used for the benefit of the people. No single city will have to travel outside the borders of Ghana because this institution has been registered as limited by guarantee. And whatever is accrued here will be used for the benefit of the people. Thank you. I think I have made myself clear.
Thank you very much, our headmaster. It is time for our lunch break. So, Assalamu alaikum. Now, we'll do that based on schools. So we'll be going in badges. But we'll be rewarding the first 3 schools that arrived first. So they will have the opportunity to go first. First come? First come? Now after that, there are Muslims who can rush to the mosque. Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursalin sayyidina wa habibina maulana Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon to you all. This is a classroom and we are students. So you do not have to make any noise. Huh? And I'm a teacher. So when students talk, you know what we do. I welcome you to the afternoon session of our 2024 BECE preparation seminar for the Ayawaso East Municipality. This afternoon, we will be taking a presentation on overcoming exam stress and effective preparation for BECE 2024. Our resource person is a senior clinical psychologist with the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. He will be taking us through how to manage stress whilst we are preparing for the exam and during the exams, and if possible, after the exams. Ladies and gentlemen, help me with the greatest of all, a resounding, intrinsic, electrifying applause. Let us welcome the one and only Dr. Abdul Rahim Salisu Ango. We can do better than that. He is the current Ango.
Thank you so much, my brother, for the wonderful introduction. And thank you very much to the team who have really gone deep down to your thoughts to organize this wonderful seminar, which is so important in our students' life. And to you students too, I must say a big thank you in welcoming you to this wonderful seminar, which is going to help you throughout your academic journey, because the journey is yet to begin. So I want you to pay attention to whatever it has been said here and what will be said here. Okay? To make sure that all those informations that you have absorbed here will really stimulate you for you to work hard towards your examination. And all that we pray is that you will come out successfully after your BECE. I believe you are all Form 3s, right? So meaning you are warming up to go and then write your BECE. All right. So let's begin the business that brought me here. Okay? All right. This is my name. You've seen my name, right? Okay. And before I dive into what I would want to present to you, is that none of us here would want to just go to school for going sick. Is that not it? Yes. We all aspire to become somebody someday. Okay? I heard people saying, I want to become an architect, I want to become an engineer, I want to become all the professions that you think of. But all these professions, you will never achieve this profession without what? Putting much effort in your journey. Okay? Hello? So please, let's work hard towards that. Now, I have something special that I would want to touch on. Something that always disturbs our students. Okay? And that thing is called test anxiety. You can see the young man seated over there. Okay? And you can detect something out of what you are seeing over there. Is the person seated on that chair okay? Is he okay? So it tells you that there is something wrong with him. There is something going on within his words, within his mind and body. Okay? So it tells you a story. You can create your own story out of this. You can create your own story out of this. So I would want one person or two, okay, to tell me what is going on over there. Who would want to assist me? What is going on over there? The person is holding a pen, okay? But yet still you can see the posture is not, he is not in a good mood. So who can create a story? Just a brief one, some 5 seconds. Who can assist? Be confident. Who can assist? Would you want to try? Would you want to try? Would you want to try? Come and try. Beautiful. All right.
Okay, it's a girl. It's a girl writing a test, but she's afraid of, she's afraid, and also she doesn't know what to write. And because of this, she might not pass her exams.
Please clap for her. So it tells me that, you see, you can create your own story. Okay? Now, the picture you are seeing tells you someone who is going to write an exam, okay, but the person is not well prepared. If you are not well prepared towards something that you want to achieve, would you be able to go through that thing successfully? Compare yourself who hasn't prepared for any examination to someone who has prepared, and you are entering into an examination hall. Definitely, your teacher will be able to tell that this person is prepared for the examination, but the other person is not prepared, because you will be exhibiting some behaviors, some attitudes, where the teacher will be able to point to you that no, you are not prepared. So that is what is happening over here. So how are we going to overcome test anxiety? All of us here, no one here would want to write an exam. I can tell you for a fact. No one here. Say, do you like writing exam? It is not palatable. It is not good. You get it? But if you prepare towards the examination, okay, the fear will come, but it will not affect you much. And you will go and sit and write your examination. But if you are not prepared, that is where the problem is. And you know definitely you have to write the examination for you to what? For you to pass. So please, pay attention on this. Test anxiety is very, very crucial. So now let's ask ourselves, what is test anxiety? Test anxiety is actually a type of performance anxiety. Okay? And performance anxiety, when we talk of anxiety, you know what anxiety is? You know what anxiety is? It's a form of what? Fear. The moment you begin to fear something, okay, your mind has already programmed. You are perceiving that thing to be either danger, okay, or causing harm to your whole being. So it will trigger this kind of fear in you. And when this happens, automatically your system will begin to change. Your system will begin to change. For instance, if you fear a mouse, the moment you see a mouse, what happened? What happened? You begin what? You begin shouting. And you would want to what? You would want to run away. So it is what? A form of what? Fear. The same thing goes to what? Examination. Examination, we have already targeted to be something either life or death. So when examination is approaching, all of us begin to what? Begin to experience some changes within our system. That is what? That is preparing us to either avoid the exam or what? Go and write the examination by force, by all means. So that is performance anxiety. So we can say a person might have performance anxiety just before trying out for the school play or going into an important examination. What examination is ahead of us? Which examination is ahead of us? BECE. Is it not important? You know that when you go into BECE and you flop, okay, there is no way that you can move to what? That you can move to SS. Is that not it? So you have to put in your best for you to what? Pass your exams and then move to the next level. So that is how it works. What causes anxiety? And what causes test anxiety? Now, Fear of what? Failure. I fear. I'm having this kind of fear that when I go into this examination, I'm going to fail because I've not prepared well for this examination. That is one. So the moment you begin having these thoughts running through your mind, definitely the fear will begin hitting you hard. And I will tell you the consequence of what? The fear. What it can cause you. How it will be what? It will drain you even before your examination. So that is what? That is fear of failure. You have that kind of fear that when I go into this examination, I'm not going to perform well. So I'm going to fail. From day one, you have already killed yourself. You have already failed yourself. Why should you have that kind of mindset? Why should you have that kind of what? Mindset. Meanwhile, other people are entering into it. They are performing well and they are passing. But you are telling yourself that, no, I'm going to what? I'm going to fail. Second point has to do with what? Lack of what? Preparation. If you don't prepare, you are going to what? Have that thought of what? Failure. Is that not it? If you don't prepare, preparation means making sure that all the subjects being taught, okay, you cover most of them, or even the entire, subject. You can't do everything, but make sure that you cover most of it, so that when you go in there, you'll be able to what? You'll be able to break the yoke and then come out successfully. But if you don't prepare, it is very dangerous. Most of us here would want to wait until when it is about 1 month or 2 months to examination. Then we begin studying hard. No, it doesn't work that way. From day one, from Form 1 GHS, you have to start learning. You have to create your way of what? Learning. I'll come to that, okay? And that will really help you. So whenever you are climbing to Form 2, you will see that things begins to what? To become easy for you. But when you wait till you are in Form 3, and even Form 3, you are in Form 3 second term, then you say, oh, let me start my studies because I'm preparing myself towards BECE. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And then poor test history. When we say poor test history, it means that you yourself, because of lack of preparation, you always go into this internal examination and your performance is not good. Okay? Let me tell you one thing. No one here can tell me that he or she is a poor student. You are making yourself to become what? A poor student. Whatever is being taught, if you take it serious and you go the extra mile to learn, to study, you can conquer. But if you don't do that, you are waiting. We have exceptional students. Some of the students, if you follow them, you are going to fail. Because those exceptional students, theirs are gifted. You can be in class with them. You don't see them learning. You don't see them studying. But when it is time for examination, they will top the class. If you see those people and you say you want to follow them, you are going to what? You are going to fail. Each one for us, each one for himself, God for us all. So if I know that this examination that I'm going to write, after the examination, they are not going to combine all the results to say, oh, school A, okay, all of them have gotten what? We are going to combine the results to get 1A so that all of us will be having A. Does it work that way? So it works as what? Individuals. So if you follow those people, they are going to what? Pull you into what? Into gutters. And you come out crying. They are what? Are succeeding. And they are climbing, going. So please, know how to study. And know the type of people or the type of colleagues that you are mingling with. If you know you are someone who doesn't, we have a way of studies. If you know you are someone who can't study in the morning, make sure that you study in the afternoon, if afternoon is okay for you. If afternoon is not okay for you, some of us, for instance, me for instance, I like studying at dawn. I like studying at dawn. Okay? Dawn, I'm okay with it. But afternoon, I'm not good at it. Sometimes evening, I'm okay with it. But not too often. But for dawn, I'm okay with it. So make sure that you are able to identify your study plan or how you'll be able to study effectively. Okay? It is very, very crucial. And so what are some of the symptoms of what? Test anxiety. Let me run you through. We have the physical symptoms. Headache. If you begin experiencing headache, okay, when the exams is approaching and you are experiencing headache or nausea, okay, feeling like you want to what? You want to vomit or diarrhea, okay, passing stool, visiting the washroom, frequent, excessive sweating, you sweat excessively, okay, shortness of breath, rapid heartbeat, lightheadedness, feeling faint, okay, this can all occur, okay, physically. So if you begin experiencing that, it tells you that your body or your system is preparing you. The system is struggling to calm you down. But because of what you are thinking, it is causing you to have these symptoms. And then we have the emotional what? Emotional symptoms. The emotional symptoms has to do with anger, fear, helplessness, disappointment. These are all common emotional responses to what? Test anxiety. And then we have the behavioral aspect. The behavioral aspect is difficulty concentrating. When you are having challenges to concentrate on what has been taught, okay, in class, it tells you that what? You are experiencing test anxiety. So if your teacher has taught you something in class and he has gone over and over and over again, and you are not capturing it, it tells you that something is what? Happening to you. You have to be what? You have to be extra careful. How does test anxiety affect you? Anxiety may cause you to have a physiological, behavioral, or even psychological effect. The psychological effect, like I mentioned, the rapid heartbeat, not in stomach. You feel like something is walking, okay, in your tummy, or you are feeling your tummy is churning, okay. These are all symptoms. And then the behavioral, like we mentioned, and then the psychological aspect, the feeling of nervousness. What to do before the test. Now let me take you through what to do before you go to write your examination. But like I said, when are we writing the exam? When is your first paper? 18th what? 8th July. You have more time. Okay? So let me take you through what you can do, okay, to help you. First, the first thing that you should start with. Now, I know we have past questions. Is that not it? Don't we? Are your schools being allowed to use the past questions to solve the questions for you? Okay, so meaning your teachers are doing their best. Your teachers are doing their best. Okay, so past questions are very, very important to guide you, to know, to familiarize yourself to the materials, okay, and how questions of what are being answered. So if you're able to get past questions, that one too is one thing that will help you. Familiarizing yourself with those past questions will pave a way for you to even calm your nerves down. Seeing those past questions and how the questions were being framed and how they were answered, it is also a way of what's guiding you to calm you down. The night before your examination, gather any material that you may need. What are some of the materials that we need? What are some of them? Pen, pencils, mathematical sets. All these things, you're supposed to gather them the night before your first paper. Are we here? Yes. Please, I have been a student before and I'm still a student. Okay? And I know I've gone through this before. If you are not well prepared, all these things will escape you. You get to the examination hall and you begin what? Asking your colleagues, do you have an extra pen? Do you have an extra pencil? Please, I need an eraser. All these things are not part of what? Examination preparation. So prepare yourself. Please prepare those materials down. You can sleep with them. Okay? Let them be by your bedside so that the moment you wake up in the morning, you prepare, you take your breakfast, and I will tell you the kind of breakfast you're supposed to what? Take to prepare you well to go and face the papers. Okay? Now, we have what we have to take before the examination. So for instance, your breakfast is supposed to be what? To be highly concentrated with what? Protein, but not carbohydrate. You know why? You know what protein can do to us? What is protein? What can protein do to us? What? There's one thing that protein can add to our system. What is it? You have to read widely. Okay? No, it increases or add more energy to our energy. So if you take in protein, okay, because examination, it drains you. It takes more energy, much energy from you. So when you add, or when you take, for instance, maybe chicken, okay, it's highly concentrated with what? Protein. So it's going to what? Help you. Because of the examination, you are exerting more energy. Your energy will be what? Low. So if you take in, for instance, protein, it's going to what? It's going to assist you to write your examination and then finish your paper without you getting much tired or more tired. So, but some of us will take carbohydrates. Carbohydrate, we like taking tea and bread. Is that not it? And tea, bread too is what? Carbohydrate. So would you want to take bread and go and write your exam, or you would rather want to take protein to go and write your exam? Come again? But the concentration, but you try as much as possible to get enough protein, okay, to go and write your examination with it. All right. Now, aside the breakfast, what are you supposed to do when it is time for you to write your examination? Please, the day of your examination, the moment you enter into the examination hall, please don't talk to anyone. If you know that you are one of the Pharaoh guys or girls, and you think that your anxiety is a bit high, please don't discuss anything with anyone. Go and then search for your what? Search for your how do you call it? Your index number. Okay? And then get your seat. Sit down. Make sure that you focus on whatever you are coming to do. Don't let any distraction, okay, carry you away. Make sure that you focus. The moment you sit, stop turning left and right. No. Be focused. Okay? Pace yourself and budget your time. Okay? For instance, if you have started learning, okay, if you have started learning, make sure that if you are learning for 1 hour, make sure you time yourself. Within this 1 hour, I'm going to cover this. Within this 1 hour, this topic or this subject, I'm going to cover it. So let it be something routine. Please, are you following? Let it be something routine. So next time when you are coming, make sure that you use the same 1 hour, okay, for your study. And when you do that, it's going to help you even in the examination hall. Okay? And whenever you are writing the examination and you are blank, for instance, some questions, maybe you read the question and the answer is not coming. Please don't focus on that question. Don't stop there. Make sure that you skip that question, but mark it that this one is unanswered. Why? Because you are not the one controlling the time. So if, for instance, question 25 or question 3, you think that you have gone blank, you are not getting the answer, skip that question and then move on. You realize that sometime whilst you are answering the other questions, okay, the question that you have left, maybe you might find the answer. Maybe you might find the answer as you move along, answering the other questions. Or maybe that memory will come and then you will go back and then you answer that question. But if you remain at that particular question and time is also ticking, maybe you are going to spend 5 minutes just for that question, multiple question. Using the 5 minutes, you can use the 5 minutes to even answer maybe 10 questions. But you have what? You have not done that. You are still thinking, where am I going to get this answer? When you do that, it's going to what? Go against you. So please, make sure that you do the right thing. And one of the things that you need to put in your mind is to remember to relax. And I'll teach you some simple way of what? Relaxation. Okay? Relax your mind. Relax your body. Relax your whole system. And when you relax, sometimes some of the questions or answers that you want, okay, will begin to what? Will begin to come back. Now, you have written your first paper. What do you have to do? You have written your first paper. It is gone. The first paper is gone. Say you have written English. Okay? Hasn't English gone? So you should forget about it. Are you going to write any English again? So why are you disturbed? Some of us, when we write the exam and we come out from the examination hall, then you begin asking your colleagues, number 10, What answer did you give? Number 20. How did you answer it? The more you do that, the more you get what? Confused. Avoid doing that thing. Hello? Please, am I communicating? Avoid doing that thing. It is not going to help you. Because the following day, you are going to write another paper. Is that not it? So if you begin confusing yourself with the paper that you have already written, it's going to what? Affect you into your next paper. So forget about the paper that you have written. Forget about it. You have closed that chapter. Move on to the chapters that you are yet to what? Right. So forget about it. Go home and then relax. Don't do anything. Relax and then what? Start preparing towards what? The next paper. Stop digging into your past. Stop digging into the past paper. The more you dig into the past paper, the more what? You get confused. I have done that before. And it has affected me. So I'm telling you, don't do that. Even if you hear people saying, oh, I have numbers, no, please, leave them, go home. Go home. Don't talk to anyone after the paper. That one is gone. Go and then prepare for the next paper. That's how we do it. So, treat yourself. And if you don't have anything to do, go home, like I said. Go and sleep. And then let the mind relax when you wake up, and then you begin preparing towards what? The next paper. Please do that. It is so important. So what can you do about test anxiety? Like I said, the mind is a powerful tool that may work either for you or against you. What you feed your mind. Hello? What you feed your mind, that is what you are going to what? Get. If you feed your mind that you are a poor student, you are going to what? You are going to be poor. And if you feed your mind that you are a good student, a serious student, that is what you are going to reap. So please, feed your mind with what? Positiveness. Don't tell your mind that I am not a good student. Please, you are far above that. You are now going to write your examination, your BECE. Begin telling yourself positive things. Okay? This examination, I have the confidence. I have everything that it takes for me to what? To come out successfully. Begin telling yourself that. By the moment you begin telling yourself that, meaning you are going to work towards that too. If you begin telling yourself, I'm a positive student, I'm going to blow this paper, I'm going to come out successfully, begin studying. And I know most of you have study groups. Okay? Please, study groups are very important. You form a study group of 3-4 people that you can what? Share what you understand regarding a subject. Sometimes I benefited, for instance, from study group. I can go there without any idea, without any knowledge about what we are going to discuss. But the moment my colleagues, they have read, the moment they begin talking, I will just pick the information from them, but not from the books, from them and the way they understood it. And if I apply it, that is all. Afa. So please, form a study group, okay, that you'll be studying. If you live in one area, you can do that. If you live even in the different area, you can come together maybe during break time. You can have, say, 30 minutes or after school, 30 minutes to 1 hour. You study, and then all of you go home. It is really helpful. Try and then be doing that. So test anxiety can be controlled with an attitude adjustment. All that I've said, okay, if you are able to adjust your attitude, you can control what? Your anxiety towards examination. Okay? And if you tell yourself you can't succeed, then you never succeed. If you tell yourself that, no, this examination, there's no way I'm going to succeed, you can never succeed, can you? But if you tell yourself that, oh, for this examination, I'm going to succeed, definitely, and you put in much effort, you are going to what? Succeed. So, tips to managing your test anxiety. Be prepared. Like I said, preparation is so important, because if you don't prepare, there is no way you can make it. Your teachers have done their part. They have given you all that you need. It is up to you now to make them proud. It is up to you to make them proud. So they have given it to you. It is up to you to go there and make sure that when your results are out and your maths teacher sees you, okay, he feels so good. You know, teachers sometimes, not the manual, but what you will come out with, that will what? That will soften the heart of your what? Of your teacher. And that will even give him some more energy and vim, okay, to teach. But if your teacher is seeing, poor performance, will he have the energy to teach again? So please, make your teachers proud. It is so important, okay? And you have to develop good test-taking skills. Read directions carefully. Some of you, when you enter into the examination hall, the moment they say start work, you don't even read how the questions are answered. Okay? You don't read instructions. When they say start work, then you just start. Making sure that you have gone through all the instructions is one of the tips that will what? That will make you come out successfully. Because, for instance, if they say state, and you are not stating, you are defining. Is it okay? And when they say define and you are stating, is it something that is going to help you? So please make sure that you follow the instructions. Maintain positive posture or maintain positive attitude. If you maintain your positive attitude, it is going to what? Carry you throughout your examination. Stay focused. I've already said it. Stay focused. Don't go for any distraction. Look, in an examination hall, we have people who can distract you. We have people, they are like, excuse my language, they are like devils. They can distract you. And the moment they distract you, for them, they are okay. But if they distract you and you follow them, that is your end. So that is why I'm saying you should be what? You should be focused. Practice relaxation. If you think that your heart is beating rapidly due to the fear, like I said, all of us have been there before. You sit in the examination hall, definitely you feel some uneasiness. You begin what? Feeling some fear. Okay? What you need to do is what? Relax. Take a deep breath. Okay? Take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. So you do that, and then you begin relaxing your body. And when you relax your body, even if you have gone blank, when you use the relaxation, it's going to help you to come out from the blankness. Stay healthy, get enough sleep, eat healthfully, exercise, and allow for personal time. If you are exhausted, please, it will be more difficult for you to handle stress. So if you are exhausted, you are tired, relax. After your paper, you need to have some time to sleep, relax. When you relax, then the next paper follows. Then you pick your books, and then you begin studying. Please, don't sleep, but you have to sleep. When I say don't sleep, what I mean is that there should be some hours that you're supposed to sit and learn effectively, and the rest you can go and then sleep. And then you can wake up deep in the night, study. You can go back and sleep again, and then dawn, you wake up, and then you learn. Get your timetable that will guide you. How many of you have timetable? Is it true? Is it true that you have it? So if you only have a timetable, it means that you are one of the serious students. Okay? So keep it up. Timetable is so important. When you get timetable, some of us didn't benefit from doing this. I don't know whether I'm one of those who maybe when they don't study well, but they will win the right exam. But it has its own consequences. So get a timetable. Get a timetable. This day I'm studying this at this time. Okay? This day I'm studying this at this time. It will help you, my brother and sister. It will help you. Please, if you don't have it, from today onwards, try and then get your timetable, your study timetable. It will help you. Okay? All right. And you have to what? If you have any challenge, all of you, all the schools here, representing here, have their counselors. If you have any challenge, please report it to your counselor, and your counselor will be able to what? Guide you through. If you have any challenge, all schools have counselors. All schools have counselors. Please try and make use of those counselors. You have any challenge, go to the counselor, talk to the counselor will guide you and make sure that you are okay. What are you seeing? What are you seeing? These are the three R's. These are the 3 R's. When you don't read, okay, forget it. When you don't read, you should forget it. How would you be able to pass your examination without reading? You read, you understand, you go and then what? Write your examination. So I'm urging all of you to what? Read. 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 Say it. Read. 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 This will be my last word to you. Remember, when you set your foot out of this compound, you get to your various houses, begin telling yourself that read, read, read. And when you do that, if you want to become a doctor, you want to become an engineer, you want to become an architect, you want to become a pilot, you want to become whatever you want to become, if you don't read, there is no way you can achieve your goal. Even the prophets, God told him through Angel Gabriel, the first revelation from God to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was that read, Iqra. It means that when you don't read, you should what? You should forget. So please, I'm urging all of you, the final year students, please make good time of this opportunity, and please don't make your parents, okay, efforts to be what? Fruitless. Your parents are sponsoring you. Your parents don't have money, but they are pushing you to become somebody, so that in the nearest future you also what? You also get something to feed them with. So please go and then make your parents proud. Go and then make your community proud. Go and make your what? Schools proud. And go and make your teachers proud. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Salisu. Inshallah, we'll remember that.
Thank you, Sheikh. Amen.
Now, remember, Dr. said we should do what? Iqra ya Muhammad. All right. Clap for yourself. We thank you very much, Doctor. May Allah reward you.
Amen, Allah.
As always here, we speak Turkish. Çok teşekkürler. Allah ka bless it. Allah razı olsun.
Amen.
Allah isaka dal khair. Now, our question and answer session. Yes, if you have any question.
Sir, please, you said that. Okay, my name is HAFIZTVOFFICIAL from Riyadh Islamic Basic School. Sir, please, you said that sometimes you should come together as a group and learn. But there are some people who cannot learn in a group. They don't feel comfortable. And there are some people too, they don't have time to join the group, but they want to learn in the group. So I'm asking, those people who cannot join the group or don't feel comfortable in the group, how about them?
Very, very brilliant question. Thank you so much. Your name again? Hadija. Thank you so much for this wonderful question. So please pay attention here. I made mention of group study group, and her question is that some people don't like studying in group, but they prefer to what? Study alone. Is that not it? We have some personalities that are like that. So you can't force everybody to do what you are doing. Okay? We have some people, for them, they are some of them are very shy. Even talking in public, okay, or in a crowd becomes a challenge to them. The same thing goes to even when they are studying. So they prefer to isolate themselves to study. So if they read themselves and they find out that, oh, studying alone, okay, is yielding, a result for me, well, there is no problem about that, okay. But if you study alone and you still don't see any results, okay, you can at least, you have people or you have colleagues that you feel okay with, okay, you can still join them or talk to them. Maybe you have friends, close friends that you are close with, and if you think, oh, I've studied this, but I need to let my colleague know whether what I'm doing is okay or not, you can consult your colleague so that you'll be on the safer side. But yes, we have people who are naturally like that, and they can study alone, and they will go and write the examination and then pass. So if you are one of them, alhamdulillah, the end of it is getting a good result, so that you'll be able to what? You'll be able to move on into your academic ladder. Thank you so much. You made mention, let me address this. You made mention of some students don't have time. No, I don't believe in that. Time? Are you doing something aside your school? Even those who are even selling for their parents, they have time that they use to study. So if you say you don't have time, it's a different thing altogether. Okay? You should have time. Within 24 hours, you should have at least 2 hours, okay, to study something which will benefit you. But you can't just use your whole 24 hours without opening your book, that you don't have time. No, I don't believe in that. Try and make sure that within each 24 hours, within a day, you have a specific time that you can use to study. Thank you so much. So you are a day student. What time do you close from school? 4 o'clock. And you do your house chores from 4 to what time? From 4 to 7. Hey. This is unrealistic. You are not being truthful to yourself. Okay. Hello, please, but it's a good question, but you need to let your parents, okay, if what you are saying is true, you need to let your parents understand the importance of the education, okay. Yes, house chore is also important, but giving you time to study will also help you, because if you are not able to study well, you know, it will go against you. So tell your parents, if it is 3 hours, tell them they should divide it into 2, okay, so that you use the 1.5 hours for house chores and then the 1.5 hour for your study. Even 1 hour, okay. What time do you go to bed? 9. So from 7 to 9, what are you doing? All right.
Please, my name is Virginia, and he said when we are about to write an exam, we should have confidence in ourselves. So what if while writing the exam, should you write anything? Should you have confidence or you should
Please, I read that.
Your name.
My name is Moses. Please, I read that exercising the body help the students to learn hard.
What?
Exercising the body.
Okay.
And through your presentation, please, you don't mention anything or say anything about exercising the body. And so I want to ask whether it should help the students to study hard or how does it help the students?
Okay, let me start answering your question before I move to the first question. I think I made mention of exercise. Just that maybe it escaped you. My last part of presentation, when I mentioned about relaxing your body, okay, there is a portion that I mentioned that you can exercise. Okay, when you exercise, you can gather some momentum. Okay, and exercise releases some chemicals that will aid you and then prepare you towards maybe what you want to achieve in the nearest future, so that it will improve your energy. It will what? By making sure that you have a sound mind, you have a sound body, your pulse is superb. Then you can then go and do whatever you want to do. So exercise, when you do exercise, it can really relax your mind, okay, because of the chemicals that are being released when you are exercising. And after the exercise, you feel calm, okay. It's also part of what? Relaxation. You feel calm. It's the same thing goes to the breathing exercise. Breathing exercise too is exercise, okay. That is relaxation. When you do it, it relaxes your system, and even things that you have forgotten, okay, the memory can come back, and you begin remembering things that you have forgotten. So I think it is very, very important. But don't do it too much. Don't do it too much. Don't over exercise. Okay? Do it according to your system. All right. So my lady at the back, I made mention of confidence, but confidence doesn't come in a vacuum. Confidence comes and then something follows it. So if you say that you have entered into the examination hall and you've been given your paper with your pen, and you've not written anything. You've not written anything. After the paper, all your colleagues have written something, and you haven't even penned anything. And you boast your chest, or you hit your chest that yes, I've written the examination. Then it calls for what? It calls for further examination. If I say further examination, the one who does that, or the one who is doing that, or the one who did that, professionals or psychologists or psychiatrists will say no, maybe there is something wrong with the student. Why should you go in an examination hall without writing even there, and you come out of the examination hall and you are hitting your chest that you have written an examination? It doesn't sound normal. So if I say confidence, I mean confidence in a sense that you have studied, okay, you have studied, and now it is the time for you to sit and then write your examination, and you have the confidence that yes, what you have written, okay, will yield you something positive. That is the confidence I'm talking about. Okay? All right, thank you.
Now, invite 4 students, 2 boys and 2 girls, to share their experience and their views on this seminar with us. Now, those 4 students, I'm going to give them something special. I'll give them 5 something each. 5 something each. I will not disclose it. So 2 ladies and 2 gents. That is again. Only 4. 2 ladies.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I give greetings to our elders here, my fellow students. Good afternoon to you all. So I think this program is really a nice. Okay. My name is Merciful
from Institute of Islamic Studies Research. This program is indeed a great program because it's going to really help us promote the young students here. I was first really shivering for the BECE coming. I mean, I'm afraid. I'm really afraid, and I'm really in anxiety because I don't know what I'm going to face there. I don't know what I'm going to meet there. But for what our elders said, our moms and teachers saying here, it has really embraced me. Now I think the fear in me has just come to the decrease. It's not gone, but I'm still having the fears with me, but it has reduced. So, due to what our psychologist, Dr. here is saying, he taught us how test anxiety comes on. So, So I think this all is to educate us and what push us for the coming BECE ahead of us.
Thank you.
I go by the name a student from St. Kizito RC Basic School. St. Kizito RC I stand on behalf of my school, St. Kizito RC Basic School, and say a very thank you to Tinasco for what they have done for us today. We really appreciate them. Thank you. May God bless you. May God be with us. We are grateful to you. What I want to say to my fellow candidates, don't be a member of anxiety. You can overcome anxiety. Be yourself. Don't be who people want you to be. But remember, you can make it.
My name is Kabula Brogan from Number 1 Basic School. I want to say a very big thank you to Tinasco. They have helped us a lot. I was having an anxiety some past days ago, but now I think I'm okay. I'm saying a very big thank you. This piece, inshallah, we are going to listen.
My name is Moses Kaka Aju from Number 1 Basic School. I'm telling the Tinasco for what they have done for us today, and it's really helped us. I'm really happy to be here. Actually, I make new friends and also I learn a lot, especially how to learn and how to also what to do to be healthy and all that stuff. And I met to tell my friends and those who are trying to know back. Never give up, no matter what happens. Keep on grading and make sure you make your mama proud.
Now let us clap for them as they take their seat. MashaAllah. I promised them 5 samples. So now I'm going to give them that 5 samples. So I'll give them 5 claps. All right. Now, you know about them. They are already leaders. They are already leaders. This is the confidence we are talking about. They were able to stand on the stage and talk. Maybe if it were you by now, we should be looking for mob to clear the place, because we make a mess of the place for us. Now we're going to take our closing remarks. Effendi, So I'll invite our assistant headmaster, Mr. Yakub Jibril, to give us the closing remarks.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. All right, thanks so much. I am called on to give a closing remarks. And the fact of the matter is this. The day has been a very interesting one, thanks to the work of so many people. So many people. And number one of them is our Municipal Education Directorate. We are here today because of so many roles that they have played. Something else happened. We are here because of so many roles that the Municipal Directorate has played, and we are forever grateful to them. And then the heads of the basic schools within the municipality. Their support in ensuring that this particular program comes to a successful end is something that we cannot even measure. Today is Saturday, and as you know, majority of us, or let me say all of us, would have been in the house. But we recognize the importance of this program. The heads of our schools recognize the importance of this program, and that's the more reason why they choose the lucky ones among their candidates to come and represent them. So for the schools, the heads of the schools, and the teachers that represent them here, on behalf of the school administration, I would like to thank you so much for supporting this particular program. And then, our candidates. The very candidates that are going to be getting the 11, the 10 ones in a matter of months. Do you see yourself getting 10 ones? Yes. I can't hear you very well. Yes. Good. So, you are here today, and like I indicated earlier, you could have been somewhere else, probably sleeping, resting, or doing your revision, but we all recognize the importance of this day, and that is why you are here. And for your presence, your participation, and your conduct, the school, that is Tinasco, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for the support that you have given to ensure the success of this program. Our staff has done so much too. We thank them every day, and today is just one of the days that they have done what they are best of. As and when we call on them to support us in any program of this nature, they come out in their numbers. And today is not an exception. To the staff of Tinasco, the school administration is telling you and repeating the same message. We are very grateful for your support. When my boss was going through or giving us his address, he mentioned some few stuff. Very important things, and I believe that to avoid some of us forgetting some of these things, I want us to remind ourselves. He made mention that Tinasco, since 2018, has been a boys' school. But then, our parents, the community we operate in, the calls for girls' senior high school has been there. And today's management of Tinasco is responding. And coming next academic year, there will be Tinasco girls. we believe strongly that just like our boys, there should be a room created for our girls, for them to also have this kind of an experience. So those of you who are going to be getting your 10 ones, 8 ones by August, September, I just want you to know that there is a space for you here, especially the ladies. The guys, we are waiting for you already. Already your place is already reserved. Your dormitories are ready, your classrooms are ready. But the ladies too, I am reminding you that by October, your places, your classrooms, everything will be ready to receive you. But then, the concern over the cost of education also came up. Although my boss did justice to that, explain everything to you, the part where you can actually dodge that cost is through our scholarship exams. The scholarship exams is an opportunity for our will-be candidates or will-be students to get in here without actually paying a penny. And I'm saying without actually paying a penny because we have 100% scholarship where if you happen to get that, throughout your stay in Tinasco, you won't have to bother about admission fee or school fees to say. Your parents wouldn't have to bother about school fees at all. In fact, while some people were talking about, oh, the school fees is this and that, you are not going to be bothered at all.
HAFIZ TV, unique every day.